Sunday today, so people are home. Now, I just thought I'd share my meal with you. So interesting. I've been on this broth for 2 months now, and this is just my thing. My digestive system is so sensitive, and I think it's part of also the awakening process. I just can't have all that food anymore. I've gotten so sick of food. And it's like when I went onto the milk 4 years ago. It was such a relief for me, because everything that's raw, like there's nothing like milk that can make me feel good physically in my digestive tract. It's soft, it's warm, it's always lukewarm when I have it. It's full of fat and sugar and just full of nutrients, and you hardly have to digest it. So I just got to the point, while I've been sick here these days, I can't do this anymore. I just want my milk. I want my milk and my fruit. So fruit, milk, nuts. That is the best. Sometimes I feel like some meat, but really vegetables. It's so often I feel so sick afterwards. And you're doing all this cooking, and it's just, every time I just think, oh, my poor little body, it can't take anymore. So I just feel my body saying, give me the milk and the tablets. So this is what I'm going to show you. And looks really, really scary. This is what I'm going to have. This is the food. Look at this. Kefir. Milk kefir with a spoon of honey, raw local honey, and black currants. Oh, I love it. My God, this is the best. So these pills are going to go down with it. So it's a little bit tricky, because you're not supposed to drink with your meal, and you have to chew your meal, although it's so fluid. So I don't chew the tablets, of course. They're just sort of sitting in my mouth. So that's how much stomach acid I'm lacking. And I'll show you what to do, how to do this, because if you feel like doing this, I just hope I can help someone. And I just believe this is so true. And that's why I started reacting to the milk, because that's what I think. I have a feeling. I was starting to react to the milk. There was something about the milk, although I felt so good in my stomach, I felt it in my joints, and I felt more tired. And I just didn't want to think about it for a long time, and then finally I had to respect it. That there was something about the milk that was not right. Still. And I don't know, and I'm probably best off not eating it all, but that will be one day. I really, really feel that if that's how much stomach acid I was lacking, no matter how good the raw milk is, of course my stomach is handicapped. So hopefully this is going to give me no reaction to the milk. Because my body just says yes. It loves this. Black currants from our garden. My God. Put them in the freezer and you can't taste the difference. And I made a little video. I just deleted it. I made lots of videos I've deleted. Doesn't matter. Where I was at the bush and I was eating these, and I was just explaining that they have pips in them. You can feel them when you're chewing them. And black currants aren't very popular because they're so sour. But when you get them fresh and very, very ripe from the bush, they're just so beautiful. They have these pips in them, and those pips are full of these incredible fats. So, my God. While I'm eating, we can just enjoy the chickens. As I'm sitting up here on my beautiful little veranda, and I can watch the chickens. All the chickens coming by are just so cute. Look at them. Aren't they beautiful? I just love seeing mothers looking after their babies. And in our Danish culture, it's not the whole thing of being a mother. It's not as strong as in the English-speaking countries. It's because we are very much work women. The Scandinavian women, they want to go to work. They don't like staying home. So I've always been a weirdo in that area too, because I just love mothering, and I thought it was so romantic looking after my babies. I just couldn't understand why not more people, women say they get bored. They think it's boring being at home with the children. I've always been a weirdo. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So gorgeous. Yeah. So cute. I mean, the mother is... It's like since the 60s in Denmark, it's been like, look at her coming up here. Ooh, coming up the little hill. Ooh. It's like it was looked down. Being a mother, looking after your children, was not looked down on. It's like you were like you weren't really doing anything valuable. It's like, put those children into kindergarten, get them socialized, and just get on with your life, Because you may as well get someone else to look after them. They just need looking after. But I didn't feel that. I felt this is a relationship with human beings that have come to Earth to experience being a child of me and my husband, and it's just it's sacred. No, look at them. And that was very against the way of thinking in Denmark. It's just, oh well, don't want to think about that. Okay. You just get very blue teeth. It's not very pretty, but it tastes good. Look at that color. I mean, look at that color. Is that not incredible? I'm actually full now. So let's continue our little journey with this as students of life, with this teacher, Aga Pustowska, teaching us about stomach acid and the importance of stomach acid. So step 2, your digestive fire, your agni. Once food arrives in the stomach, ideally ample amounts of hydrochloric acid get secreted which triggers the release of pepsin, a digestive enzyme used to break down complex protein. Poor production of hydrochloric acid results in insufficient amounts of pepsin and the maldigestion of proteins. That's, I think, that was, of course, my problem. The proteins in the milk, I wasn't breaking them down properly. Proteins get broken down into amino acids, and a lack of proper stomach acid results in an amino acid deficiency. This can become dangerous because amino acids are needed for more than 50,000 functions of the body. I mean, just think of that. So when the proteins go in and it's all messed up, fermenting and getting disgusting, we're not being broken down properly. We're not getting these vital substances for our brain, for our hormones, for everything going on in our bodies. It's scary. You can live I just can't believe how you can survive a whole life and have all these problems. It must have been so hard for our bodies to cope. Okay. The maintenance of healthy states of mind, joyful mood, relies on healthy neurotransmitters production, which in themselves rely on a proper balance of amino acids. See how the dominoes are beginning to fall? People with depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, autism, all these things, their brains are not being stimulated properly. So it's a type of brain damage from our digestive tract. To add to this domino effect of casualties from lack of proper stomach acid secretion, secretion creates stomach acid secretion. Okay, so these protein deficiencies, they raise the cortisol and blood sugar levels in our body. This puts a huge strain on our adrenals and can lead to adrenal exhaustion and fatigue if let gone on long enough. So when we don't have these amino acids, we get raised cortisol levels and high raised blood sugar levels. Stomach acid also plays a crucial role in helping to properly break down at least 14 vital minerals, including calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, boron, iron, zinc, B12, and folic acid. B12 is absolutely vital for healthy brain function, and impaired digestion inhibits the absorption of this very crucial nutrient. B12 can lead to severe mood disorders, dementia, and even irreversible brain damage. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I can't help mentioning all the family issues of treating each other bad, not being loving, not being respectful towards your parents, towards your children. All this behavior, it is linked to this. Of course, when so many of us have these problems, it affects the way we think and feel and behave towards other people. So I just think this is immense. Zinc is one of the major building blocks in making stomach acid, and low stomach acid causes zinc deficiencies. So now poor stomach acid production is causing mineral and nutrient deficiencies, and then these deficiencies are further fueling the deficiency of stomach acid production. So the low stomach acid makes us deficient in all these different vital substances, and the fact that we're deficient makes the stomach acid even lower. So it's just a vicious circle. Now you're going around in circles chasing your own tail. That's what's happening. Now these mineral deficiencies can lead to heavy metal toxicity. So, I mean, think of our little bodies when we were little, all this sickness, and then they filled our teeth up with this lead, all this, lead. And of course our body couldn't defend itself against it. So toxic metals such as mercury, cadmium and aluminium have similar structures to the benevolent minerals and will compete for receptor sites in the body to wreak havoc on organs and systems. Cadmium and mercury will fill in for zinc. Aluminium will fill receptor sites in the brain, which has been linked to the development of Alzheimer's. So fascinating. So the heavy metals, they look, the body senses that they look like minerals, so it will suck them in because it doesn't have all these minerals it needs. So it sucks in all the heavy metals, and we get even more sick. And this is Nora Gedgaudas. One of the best preventatives of heavy metal toxicity is healthy mineral sufficiency. Furthermore, the lack of minerals in the body creates acidic blood. Here we go. Now we're getting acidic. The body tries to remedy this by hunting for minerals in the tissues of the body. It will then take minerals from muscles and bones to alkalize your blood, leading to more mineral deficiencies, brittle bones, osteoporosis, muscle weakness, and impaired immunity. Again, the vicious cycle continues. So fascinating. So stage 3, open sesame, she calls it. Normally the stomach is extremely acidic, with the pH ranging from 0.8 to 3. This level of acidity is the magic word, open sesame, that triggers the pyloric valve to empty the stomach contents into the duodenum for the next stage of digestion. However, with low stomach acid, the gate remains locked. Usually the fermentation of food happens in the colon during the last stages of digestion, but when it is confined to the stomach, sometimes for hours, it begins to prematurely ferment, causing digestive discomforts like belching, gas, bloating, and acid reflux, and heartburn. Sooner or later, the putrid chyme will make its way through the digestive system, rotting in the intestines and polluting the entire body, causing inflammation and leaky gut, exasperating the immune system, and encouraging autoimmune reactions and food allergies. This is just so enormous. So I've felt this many times when I've had a meal, especially with vegetables. It just sits there. Just sits like a big rock in your stomach. And that's because it's not being processed.